All right, so here it says find the point of inflection for this one. Well, again, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to find what f prime of x is and what f double prime of x is, second and first derivatives. Well, first we have, think about this, and this is something that sometimes people forget. Ln of x, we take the derivative of that, that's 1 over x. Well, okay, so if that becomes that, this is going to be 1 over x squared minus 2x plus 5. But now we're going to have to multiply by what's the derivative of what's on the inside. Well, the derivative of what's on the inside is going to be what? 2x minus 2. And so this is really 2x minus 2 over x squared minus 2x plus 5. All right, so now we have that for our first derivative. Now for our second derivative, what do we have? Well, now we've got a quotient rule we have to do. And so now we're going to have the bottom, which is x squared minus 2x plus 5, times the derivative of the top. Well, that's just going to be 2, minus the derivative of the top, which is 2x minus 2, times the derivative of the bottom, which is going to be what? Well, that's going to be 2x minus 2, all over the bottom squared. Okay. And so can we simplify that? Yeah, we can say, okay, well, that's going to be what? 2x squared minus 4x plus 10 minus, and then it's going to be 4x squared. And then we're going to have, that's going to give us a minus 4x minus 4x. So it's going to be a minus 8x, but it's going to be a negative of that. So it's going to be plus 8x. And that probably should make that 4 looking better. And then we have minus 2 times a minus 2 is going to be plus 4, but that's going to be minus, so it's going to be a minus 4. And again, I'm just going to leave that all on the bottom, x squared minus 2x plus 5 squared. And simplifying up here, that's going to be a minus 4 plus 2, so it's going to be a minus 2x squared. We have 8 minus 4, so it's going to be plus 4x, and 10 minus 4, so it's going to be plus 6, all over x squared minus 2x plus 5 squared. Okay. So now we have to think about where is this going to be equal to 0? Well, that's going to be when this is equal to 0. And so we might run out of page here, but that's okay. So we have a minus 2x squared plus 4x plus 6 equals 0. There's a negative 2 I can factor out of that. So that'd be a negative 2 times what? Well, that's going to be x squared, and then it's going to be a minus 2x, and then it's going to be what? Minus 3 equals 0. Well, now I can factor this into x minus 3, x plus 2 equals 0. And so then my x is going to be equal to 3 or equal to, oops, that's not a 2, that's a 1. I don't know what I'm doing. I was looking at the 6 still. That's a 1. And so then x is equal to a minus 1. All right, so now if we plug that in over here, what do we have? We have a 3 and we have a negative 1. So we can go over here, maybe negative 2. In between here, we'll have a 0. And over here, we can maybe do a 4. Okay. All right, so plugging in all those into our calculator, and I've done this already, so I don't have to go in and do this. I'm going to get negatives over here. So this will be, let's call this a 0, and this is a 0. So we have negatives over here. Then we have positives, and then we have negatives. Okay, so this is going to be what? Well, this is going to be down, this is going to be up, and this is going to be down again. So we notice there's a change here and there's a change here. So there's going to be 2 inflection points. So again, a change in sign, a change in sign. So there's going to be 2 inflection points. And with that one, we have one at negative 1 and we have one at 3. And if we plug those values in at negative 1, that's going to be 1 minus 2 plus 5. So that's going to give us what? ln of 8. And I'm just going to leave it as ln of 8. And guess what? When we plug in 3, it's going to be 9. That looks like an ln of 8 as well. Okay. And so 2 inflection points, and I'm just going to leave it that way. We could put it into a decimals and have it, but that would be rounded. So I don't know how far we'd want to round to, probably 3 decimal places, but this gives us exact values. And so that's going to be our 2 inflection points. Okay. All right, so let's stop there and we'll come back for some more.